Sanchez, Sanchez, and the rest of you naysayers, listen. The guy said he was going to L.A. Now you saying to go? No, first I said he's going to New York. I made that last year. Okay, let's get this straight. Let's get this in order. Another thing, you're like, oh, okay, I guess you're saying if he's going to one, he's not going to the other. Listen, he can go to whoever he wants to every year. This is the reason why LeBron doesn't take more than 2-year contracts, so he can do what the heck he wants. Not only that, and then you said, oh well, he wants to win championships. It's like, yeah, he wants to win championships. How do you think he's going to do it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they can build up Cleveland's roster. That's what they did. They buffed it up. They won one. They lost another. And what always happens when these teams, start diluting is there's no chance that they go back to winning for like a long time. Once they start diluting, you know, it happens all the time. We see it all the time, and I think it's on purpose. Heck, I think people are told to leave certain teams. I really do, because it would create a dynasty. It would create a dynasty that and an imbalance in the sport, and this is almost in any sport. Some of you are like, Sanchez, you also said that, maybe I'm just gifted when it comes to predicting who's going to, be in the championship games. Okay, I could eat that. You know, I'm thinking about that because if I get this baseball thing right, I ain't watched baseball in so long. I don't remember watching a full game of baseball. Then yeah, I realized that yeah, I have some type of innate ability, you know, to just it's not well, I don't even know if it's that. I just see things different than you guys. It's not that I don't know. I might be. I don't know. I might have something that I never knew that I had, you know? I'm obviously not that great at it because I can't predict day-to-day games. I got two strikes on that, you know. Boston lost to Cleveland, which is fine with me because Cleveland's my pick. 4-5. I've guessed that twice and didn't do so good. But that's a new thing for me, the day to day, the everyday, games. Plus, baseball is new to me. I don't even know the full schedule. I only know what you've told me, and now I just start looking at the schedule and trying to see who does what. I'm just not into baseball that much. But nonetheless, going back to LeBron James, it's like, why can't LeBron James play for the Lakers and play for New York before he leaves? I'm just trying to hear one good reason why LeBron James can't. Why he can't play for the Wizards if he wants to. The Bucks, the Suns. He can play for whoever he wants to. What team out there is gonna say, nah, we don't want your revenue over here? Hmm? There's not one team out there that's gonna tell him no. There isn't. There isn't one team that I can see out there that's gonna tell him no. Heck, I think if he wanted to go to Golden State, they would make a way. Now, I think that Golden State would do a lot of moving around to get him there. There would be a whole story of how all of a sudden, three of the major players left. But I'm just saying that's hyperbole. I'm just saying that all these teams will make a way for LeBron James. He can go wherever he wants. And if he's doing $23 million on a contract, you know what I'm saying? He could get that anywhere. And they always talk about how he's aging, but they never talk about how this man brings so much business to the cities that he's in. He brings so much revenue from the outside of the game into the city that it's just ridiculous. I mean, it just blows your whole mind. If you listen, if you came to Cleveland and saw what happened when he left, and then saw what happened when he came back, you guys would you guys would have a better understanding of why. For one, I talk about his influence so much, and two, my perspective on not only him but just the game itself. You know what I'm saying? Why I always say, guys, follow the money. If I had not seen that, I would not have had the reality that I have today. When I say follow the money, follow it. You'll see. It's ridiculous of what this man can do just by being there. And when he leaves, it's going to be the same doggone thing. It's going to be the same thing. He's still, wherever team he goes to, whatever city he's in, he's still going to bring that revenue. It's just not going to be in ticket sales as much, but it can be. Not as much, but it still can be in ticket sales. He can still be like, yo, I'm just going to be a mentor on this team, or I'm going to be a coach on this team, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or assistant, or whatever. I'm just going to be, he could just be in the crowd. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? Just like Michael Jordan, they're legends. People want to look at Michael Jordan. People want to see people who are legendary. You know what I'm saying? They'll pay tickets just to see you. So I don't understand how some of you, don't understand how LeBron James can win championships by going from what that is a big groundhog. That dude is living well. How they can go from one city to another. I just don't. I don't understand how you don't get that. Or maybe your perspective is just, it's different. That's why this is a conversation, you know. But if you're signing 1 year contracts, you can do what you want. You can go where you want it. You can do what you want to do. Remember that show in Living Color? R.I.P. to Heavy D, man. That was my dude. Peaches. Heavy D. That was my dude, man. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it now? Yeah, but he can do what he wants to do. So what do I think is gonna happen? See, I was all about New York only until I was all about him going to New York only until Lonzo Ball came into the picture. You know what I'm saying? But I was never like, nah, he'll never go to New York. Mm-mm. 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 Not as long as Carmelo was there. Now, if Carmelo would have left, I would have been like, he's not going to New York. Point blank, that would have been it. Carmelo is the reason why he wants to go to New York. No other, and that's it, and that's all. Listen, you guys thought Carmelo was going to get traded to Cleveland, and I kept telling you guys, Carmelo is not coming to Cleveland. It would put an imbalance in the game, even though, okay, he's an older player. Still, it doesn't matter. Even if you wanted to sit him on the bench, Carmelo's not coming to Cleveland. I can't see that. That would upset me, and I don't even watch the game. Why? It has nothing to do with his playing ability. It's the revenue. You'll have an imbalance in the revenue. Only way I can see Carmelo leaving Cleveland. Well, he's the biggest draw. Leaving New York, he's the biggest draw in New York. Who else has a big name in New York that's drawing people in? Who? Who's bringing them in like Melo? He's not going nowhere. The NBA is not having that. They're like, no, why would we do that? But LeBron has already left. Left Cleveland. Went to Miami, won 2 champions, championships, came back. Cleveland won a championship. I think he's going to win this year. Boom, that's another one. And then dip off to New York. Maybe stay there for 2 years, go to LA. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The way I was looking at it was he's going to leave Cleveland, go to New York last year. But this year, I'm looking at it like he might leave Cleveland, go hang out in LA for 2 years, and then come to New York. But then again, I'm thinking Melo is aging just like Bron is aging. I'm thinking it might be the opposite. He might fool around, or it might be less time. He might go to LA just to go and play with Lonzo Ball for a year and be like, yeah, that was cool, and then turn around and come back and go and play in New York just to hang out with his boy for a year, and then come right back to Cleveland. I keep telling you, people, he's going to end his career in Cleveland. That's what I strongly believe. I strongly believe he's going to end his career in Cleveland, and it has nothing to do with the team, as far as the team being the most draw for him to be there. No, it's the revenue. It's the revenue. He's making a lot of money in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? As a businessman, it makes good business sense for him to come back to Cleveland. So all goofballs who are about to burn his jersey, don't do that. It'll be worth a lot more. It'll be worth a lot more if you hang on to it. Don't burn no jersey. Don't curse him out. Don't do none of that. Don't do none of that. Especially he didn't bring y'all up. You know what I'm saying? And as far as you, Donald, who keeps saying that the Indians and the Cavs can't win in the same year, I'm like, who wrote that rule book? Just because you think that way, Donald, it's going to make you a strong believer, because you're a strong skeptic, and I like you because of that. But it's going to make you a believer when it happens, and when it does, you're going to have. When it does, you're going to have to put on an apron and bake me a cake. And the cake is going to be like, and the cake is good. You're going to have to put on an apron. We want a video of you in the apron. You have all your clothes on. I'm just saying, you're going to have on your mom's apron, and you're going to bake a cake. And the cake is going to say, Cleveland, City of Champions. That's what I'm getting out of you, buddy. I'm just telling you. Go have an apron on before it's all over, Donald.